People with an amazing partner. What makes them so amazing? The way he still looks at me when I get out of the shower and there's lunch waiting for me. How some nights he wakes up in the middle of the night and pulls me closer to him because I've moved too far away, or even when he pulls me closer in all situations. How he lays in bed with me every morning, even though he'd rather go sit on the couch and wake up. The sacrifices he makes for me every day. That he tries his best to make sure I'm smiling. He's always there when I need him, no matter the time or place. There are so many things that he does every day to let me know he loves me. He is just a perfect match for me. We have our rough times and we get frustrated with each other, but he always treats me with kindness, respect, and love no matter what mood he is in. We always make sure to communicate our problems, and at the end of most days we go to bed with a smile on our faces. Reading this has helped me a lot. I've been internally debating whether or not someone I've loved for years has felt anywhere even close to the same. All I can tell you is thank you for the details. It's helped clear a lot of things up for me. My husband is genuinely interested in everything I do, no matter how mundane it is. When I dragged him to 3 different stores to find a specific mascara, he asks about what makes it so great and then will geek out and read up about cosmetic formulations. When I told him a certain lip patch helped heal my cracked nipples from breastfeeding, he started reading up over other potential breastfeeding injuries and how people handle them. He doesn't do it to lord his expertise over me or anything. He's genuinely excited to just ask me about everything. Oh, and he started giving me daily massages when I was pregnant, and I still get them now. Our daughter is 3. Sounds like an awesome guy. Simple, because no matter what, I never doubt in my mind that he loves me more than anything. I never worry about him leaving/cheating on me. I can be my complete, authentic self around him. Even when we fight, I know it's just a temporary tiff that we'll talk about later when we've cooled down. But, most of all, I know that whatever he's doing, or wherever he is, he'll always stop it to drive however far to come help me if I'm in a bad situation/mood. Not many people have a partner like that. So I'm sincerely grateful that I lucked out in finding mine. This is really cute. Happy for you. My long-term GF heard online that oftentimes the only time a man receives flowers are at his funeral. She's bought me flowers several times since then, and it kills me every time. That's only one of the many adorable considerate things I love about her. If it kills you every time, then what she read online still remains true. So many wonderful and amazing things to mention, but I'll simply say this: in my most impassioned dreams and fervent hope to meet someone special to share my life with, I could not have imagined a partner who continues to surpass all desires for a fulfilling relationship. This is absolutely the most beautiful way to describe your partner. You put how I feel about my fiancé perfectly into words. Thank you. You're very kind to say so. Much appreciated. I randomly whistle a 426 notes tune in my head when doing random errands, and lately she's been guessing with about 60-70% success rate. It's cute when she tries hard, and she lights up with this glow when she gets it right. No one gets me but her. Married in our teens and about to celebrate our 14-year anniversary. May I ask what age you married in your teens? 19. R/not up butok. No top. Buttock. When we are both cranky for silly or small reasons, but we are cranky together, not at each other. It reminds me we are always partners, never adversaries. How do you achieve this together crankiness? Sounds way better than being cranky at each other. I'm not the person you asked, and it certainly doesn't work automatically with everyone. But in a relationship, every issue can be an us issue, even if it's leaving the toilet seat up. If you have a complaint about your partner, think of it more as a discomfort you're feeling that they can help you with, and approach it as a problem you can both solve together. Have an open and honest discussion about the disconnect and what you bring to the table that is causing the tension, as well as what you could bring to help. Therapists often actually suggest visualizing it as sitting side by side at a table, looking at the problem on the table together. Thank you. This makes a lot of sense. She is self-aware. Says things like, I may have been being selfish. You have a good point. And I'm sorry. I do the same. And try to admit my faults. And stop on a dime in an argument. And say I'm sorry. I'm being unreasonable. Let's back up. In essence, we both are pretty good at admitting and accepting each other's and our own frailties. It's rare to be with a partner like that. Also, she has a hilarious laugh and sense of humor. And though she doesn't feel so, she's hilarious. My wife is just a go-getter. She wanted to learn carpentry and she did. Wanted a better job, and she got it. When she wants to achieve something, she just does. Mine rolled her eyes at me for wanting a macrame owl. I don't know why I wanted one, but I always did. Some people think they're tacky, and maybe they are. She's from a country that didn't have them. She never understood why I wanted one. Last year, in secret, she watched a bunch of YouTube videos about how to make a macrame owl, and she made me one for our house, and we put it up by the front door. He is totally trusting and trustworthy in a very important way. Now, he's not perfect this way. He is notorious, in my mind, for saying he will be ready to leave the house at X hour. But then he is there playing on his phone in his PJs 5 minutes before we are supposed to leave. And sometimes he will say we will definitely do one thing, but then, when someone else enters the picture, a friend or relative, let's say, and wants something else, he changes things and doesn't really acknowledge that he said something different to me before. But he is honest in these important ways. First, he doesn't truck in casual dishonesty if he is late to meet me or anyone else. He doesn't make up some excuse about traffic or having an emergency. He just apologizes for being late. No excuses. I find that most people spend their days making little excuses for this or that. They forgot to do A. They didn't do B because they just didn't feel like it. They couldn't get to C because they did something stupid before, but they never actually say the real reason. They cover it up. He makes those same mistakes, but he admits it. I really like that I don't have to decode what he is saying all the time. Another example is that we both have a fair number of friends of the opposite sex. And this is never ever an issue, even when we were living apart 4 years and only saw each other every 3 to 6 weeks. He could tell me he was doing whatever, or talking to one of his female besties on the phone for hours, and I had no issues at all. I knew he might end up having feelings for someone else, but I knew he would tell me before anything happened. I actually love that he has female friends because he can really talk to them about stuff in his life, personal things. He has a lot of close male friends, but they aren't really talkers that way. He should have someone he can talk to about this stuff that isn't his wife or his mom. Similarly, it never bothered him that I had all these male friends. I work in a field that is mostly men, and that's just who I meet to make friends with over the years. I would hang out with them, stay over at their houses. We would share hotel rooms at conferences. It literally never occurred to him for this to be an issue. I think just trusts me. He knows things happen in life, and sometimes people meet other people they like when they are already with someone else. But he trusted me to never act on it while I was still in a relationship with him. And I felt the same way because he never gave me any sense that I should feel otherwise. He's never secretive. He's a completely open book. He always answers his phone, call or text, even if he's busy, just to tell me he's busy and needs to get back to me. When we were apart, he would tell me about his entire day. It was impossible for me to think he was cheating on me because I felt like I knew where he was pretty much at all times, and he never felt like he needed to hide. In my experience, having someone this open and honest about both the big and little stuff is very rare. Even most of my best friends that I've known my whole life are secretive in some ways with me or casually dishonest. It's pretty new, but he's not afraid to show he cares. He doesn't hold back from letting me know what he's thinking. He had a late night last night, and we are both usually up pretty early. He woke up to text good morning and that he's going back to sleep, but just wanted to make sure he said hi at our regular time. It's all these supposed little things that add up to something pretty great. My partner is the kindest and most down-to-earth person I've ever met. He is so kind to everyone he meets and works with, and he always has a good attitude about things. Even when life is difficult, he always encourages me to stay in college and go for any goal I want. I can't imagine my life without him. When I'm weak they are strong. I'm strong when they are weak. Regardless, we are at minimum always there for each other. He used to come across as closed off and mysterious and cool until we got together, and now he grabs my face and goes my baby, and he scratches my back when we hug, and he squeals out of excitement when we are together, comma. He rubs my back when I cry, and he gives me little kisses all over my face to make me giggle, and when he doesn't want to talk he lets me lie on his lap or under his shirt. He wiggles his toes when he's trying to sleep, and he doesn't know that he has the cutest sleeping face ever, comma. He makes me little gifts like a small soda and a monster can planter, comma. He knows exactly what I like, and he's so thoughtful with what he gives me and what he does for me, comma. I don't know how I can ever truly pay him back for everything he does for me, but I truly hope I get to spend the rest of my life with him. I never thought I could care about someone as much as I care about him. He's genuinely the sweetest and kindest person in the whole world, and I never ever expected it. 3. This is adorable and could have been written by either a human or a puppy. Her compassion and patience. TW// mentions of suicide ideation and depression. My boyfriend does what he can to help me through my depressive episodes. Brought me food when I was too depressed to eat. Contacted my family when I was suicidal. Cares about all my pets and family. Is genuinely interested in the things I like. He always calls me out on my bullshit, which made me more considerate about people's feelings and not prone to saying hurtful things whenever I'm angry. I feel respected in this relationship and have grown a lot. The security of being loved, never having to doubt or wonder what's he doing, knowing he's talking about me, us, and the life ever built. It's the endless love spell I'm in. The forever awe of pinch me. Is this real? There's not many good ones out there, and I'm lucky to have mine. He tells me how much he loves me every chance he gets. He spoils me, yet he can call out my bullshit so gently when I'm wrong. He doesn't manipulate me. He admits when he makes mistakes and is quick to apologize. He grocery shops and does all the cooking because I'm awful at it. He compliments me, but not just my physical appearance. He compliments my strengths. Statements like "you're so good at." He's an amazing father and our children adore him. He's amazing in bed. I hit the jackpot with him, and I'm so lucky. Laughing at my stupid jokes. It actually makes a huge difference. Not just because I like to make people laugh, but it makes me smile too. Stupid, I know, but it's the little things. They just make me happy. I was very down on life overall, but when I met them, it felt like a little light turned on. That's really beautiful. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and is always being goofy with me. He does everything in his power to reassure me and take care of me and the baby we are having soon. I have absolutely no doubt how much he loves me. He's not embarrassed to show his love for me in front of people. He's so generous and helpful. He's the guy who is willing to help anyone who needs it. He got the nickname Superman at an old grocery job because he was the first to jump into action to help resolve issues, from little things like coupon disputes to an actual gunfight. One trait that makes her amazing, among the other uncountable good traits she has, is that she has one of the purest hearts I've come across. Finding a partner with a clean heart is a blessing. She's loving, supportive, caring and generous. She always checks in with me to see how I'm doing. She loves to offer to do things for me, compliments me and boosts my confidence. She tells me multiple times a day she loves me and why. She tells me what she appreciates about me on the regular. She encourages me to take risks or to splurge and have fun. I've been on this earth over 30 years and always scoffed at people who said my partner is my best friend. She's the first to show me what that means. I want 10% of the love that these comments have in my own relationship.